Hello my loves and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nina and in today's video we'll talk about the basics you need to dress like it's the 1960s. When you look up 60s fashion basics, you usually see the same pieces over and over. Mini skirts, shifted dresses, knee-high boots and socks, turtlenecks, Mary Janes, and so on. But the 60s weren't just one style. And if you're just starting out, it's the perfect time to figure out what is your style icon. What I love the most about this decade is that there were so many different fashion characters, each with their iconic look. In the 60s, you could find solid saturated colors versus a whole black outfit or black and white, maybe with a geometric pattern. Everyone was super different, and that's just amusing to me about this decade. That is why today I'm breaking down 5 of those iconic women that were really popular in the 60s and talking about the basics you'd need if you want to start recreating their style. I would definitely say that if you're just starting out with the 60s or with any decade in particular, you want to go for recreating first and then start creating your own style and figuring out what works best for you. But I think it's a good way to enter that world and to start like being open to whatever you can find in a store. But let's see who you are from the 1960s. There are plenty of other 60s iconic women that I could have chosen from, but here are 5 that are really different one from the other, and maybe you feel identified with one or maybe more of this. Twiggy wasn't just a mod girl, she was the mod girl. As she started modeling, she embodied youth culture by wearing bright minis, sharp shapes, and she also handled herself in a playful, cool manner that felt brand new. She ultimately became the face of swing in London.
Well, I don't know. Who's your favorite philosopher?
I haven't got one. I don't know any. Who's yours?
Oh, I like them all.
Who?
She was clearly an icon, still is, by the way. But what would you need if you want to start wearing something like Twiggy? If you are unsure about if this is what you like the most, ask yourself if you are attracted naturally when you walk into a store into bold, bright, saturated colors and geometric prints. And second of all, ask yourself if you are excited about color contrasting. If you said yes to both things, then you're probably going to like Twiggy a lot. So first of all, you want to find any solid colored dresses, especially saturated colors. And as soon as you get one of those, for example, imagine if it's blue, you want to go to the color wheel and check what is the contrasting color. So blue has as its contrasting color yellow. So after you get that dress, you might want to start searching for accessories or just items that are yellow. Twiggy goes for tights that are contrasting in colors, or also earrings. So you want to get bold earrings that are contrasting to that dress. You can also go monochromatic, just having that blue dress but also finding blue tights so that it matches with the entire outfit. Or if you don't feel like contrasting colors or just going with one color in your outfit, you can go with white tights that were super popular, or just tights in general that are white but that have a texture to them, and you can pair them with white Mary Janes as well, and you'll have that complete look. But always remember to add a bold accessory like earrings, for example. She had amazing style when it came to her earrings, so you might want to add something like that to your style. The avant-garde it girl doesn't need much to stand out. her presence is enough. Edie Sedgwick turned simple basics into an instantly recognizable uniform. Tights, leotards, mini dresses with geometric patterns or shirts that were striped, and also heavy eyeliner with huge, wonderful earrings. She lived inside Andy Warhol's factory, embodying that whole art scene from New York, and she also lived this sort of minimalist in clothing but maximalist in personality and energy. To dress like her is to feel like you're going to an underground party to watch like an independent film or something like that. So in order to know if your style goes more with Edie, do you prefer black and white instead of any of the other colors? Do you like statement accessories more than complicated outfits? Do you like a style that feels effortless but that makes a statement and that calls people's attention? If that's your vibe, Edie Sedgwick is the one you're channeling. Achieving this look is super easy. You just need to find striped shirts, maybe even leggings nowadays, but if you find leotards or just really opaque black tights, those are going to work perfectly. She would wear the sleeveless turtlenecks. Black or white both work a lot. When people recreate Edie Sedgwick outfits, they tend to go for like ankle boots, like black ankle boots, and I didn't find a picture where I saw her wearing boots. She would always wear these pointy heeled shoes that were like not super big on the heel, but those work amazing for her because it was more like a statement piece. And she would also wear flats but not boots, so you know, whatever works for you. Boots definitely work for this outfit as well, but you know, there's nothing that Edie would wear that is not necessarily available today in a store. But one important item that you should have as well are statement earrings. She would use this type of like chandelier earrings, so those are probably harder to find, but whenever you find something that attracts your attention, that you like, and that seems super iconic, you'll be able to wear that with a complete black outfit, for example, and you will stand out in a crowd and people will look at you as someone who, you know, has a really nice style because of that simple piece that you're wearing. The Bohemian Muse is soft and a little mysterious. Marianne Faithfull was ethereal as well as grounded, and she would wear these flowy dresses and capes that gave her this romantic, delicate aura, while her connection to the folk scene and later to the Stones gave her some edge. She could wear lace and velvet and suede as if she belonged to the convent and the countryside, as well as to the rock club, which is super nice about her style. Like, you could see her in any of those scenes and she works there. So, you know, that's my favorite one if I have to choose one. Her style was a lot about layering textures and also achieving this natural beauty that made her look like it was all effortless. If this is you, you'll probably answer yes to these 3 questions. Do you gravitate more towards velvet, lace, or suede? Do you love capes, shawls, and just flowy things around you? That's kind of a granny thing now that I think of that, but I love capes so badly. And do you prefer a natural, romantic kind of beauty? If that sounds like you, then Marianne Faithfull is your match. Welcome to the team. So what do you need to dress like Marianne Faithfull? Basically everything that we talked about. You want to search for velvet or lace dresses, suede miniskirts, suede knee-high boots, suede coats. There's a pattern here. Romantic blouses with ruffled sleeves, co-ed sleeves, or just soft fabrics, flowy things. You want to go for a lot of neck scarves. Marianne used to wear a lot of neck scarves back in the day, and those sort of complete the look to add something of color into the outfit. And of course, if you can find those, a cape or a shawl are going to make that poet bohemian vibe that she would always have with her outfits. The rock and roll goddess is magnetic and untamed. Anita Pallenberg wasn't just a style icon, she was a force of nature, influencing the entire Stones aesthetic. Dressing like Anita, it's not about perfection, it's about throwing things together in a way that feels dangerous, sexy, and powerful. If this is you, do you like dramatic pieces like fur coats or bold accessories? Do you prefer looks that are a little bit messy and lifting but still glamorous? And do smoky eyes and tousled hair feel more like you instead of going for like a polished perfection? If that's the case, then Anita Pallenberg is your role model. So what are the basics you need to look more like Anita? Slim and flared trousers, leather miniskirts, furs of course, knee-high boots, silky blouses, and all the eccentric things you find that are attractive to you in a way. It can be a scarf or it can be something that is eccentric on its own. She has this really cool picture where she's wearing this sort of like pirate type of hat or something, and it looks so gorgeous in her. So, you know, anything that feels attractive and beautiful to you will work when it comes to recreating Anita's style. Oh, something that I forgot about Anita Pallenberg and deserves to be talked about is the eccentric, beautiful belts that she would wear. She would always wear the ones that had a circle buckle, as people would do in the 60s, but she just wears that so much with like plenty of outfits, and she looks amazing with that. If you want to go for her style, looking for that type of belt will save you a ton of different outfits. This is probably the one style that I'm not like at all, but that wish to be if you know what I mean. But yeah, I really like Anita's style. I feel like anyone who achieves this type of style is someone who catches people's attention when they enter a room, which is always, of course, super nice. The Beetle Girl is sweet and instantly charming. Pattie Boyd captured the softer side of the 60s with her pastel minis and her floral prints and her playful romantic accessories. She embodied the girl next door energy that made this era so appealing. Her look is fun and girly but still polished, and if Twiggy represents the 60s futuristic version of the era, Pattie goes for a more approachable, wearable version of those clothes with her style. It's feminine and it's lighthearted, but it's also timelessly pretty. If this is you, you will probably answer yes to these questions. Are you more drawn to pastels and florals? Do you find yourself drawn to cute accessories like hats in different colors, or maybe a pin that looks like a butterfly, or maybe a cute bow or something like that? And do you prefer a more feminine look instead of an edgy one? If yes, then Pattie Boyd is your style soulmate. Then what are the basics you need for this style? So first of all, pastel mini dresses with A-line shapes, floral prints and playful prints in general, mini skirts and blouses. Pattie Boyd would also wear high-waisted trousers that looked really elegant and polished. And she would also wear Mary Janes or low block heels, or also nice boots. She has like chunkier boots or knee-high boots, but she looks amazing in everything that she wears. So those are the 5 60 starter packs: Twiggy, Edie, Marianne, Anita, and Pattie, each one with a totally different style, but all super iconic. Which one feels more like you? Let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll do a part 2 covering all the other icons that we have: Jane Birkin, Brigitte Bardot. We have so many. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching. We have more videos coming. Hope to see you there as well. And with That being said, that's everything for today. See you on the next one. Bye!
But they sure got some cuties incorrect.